Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness, I am so excited to do this. So thank y'all for tuning in. And so I just tweeted out officially that we are going live, and right below that, I included the links for the two really big campaigns that I'm really passionate about during this time right now, and that is the Black Trans Women Fund. And so I really encourage y'all to go donate out to them. This is all for, I'm doing this whole thing specifically for, the Black Lives Matter movement going on right now. And so it's Pride Month too. So I believe that, the Black community has been severely oppressed for the longest time. And when we talk about oppression, that definitely goes with our allies, our friends and family in the LGBTQIA plus community. And so the Black Trans Woman Fund, I put the link on there. And so when it comes to these donations, like I don't have any connection to, this thing. I'm not that big when it comes to YouTube. But if you follow me on Twitter, definitely reply with your donation. And I encourage you to challenge someone to donate or match your donation for whichever fund you donated to. And so this is right here is the Awesome Justice Coalition as well. I put it in the chat. And so reply on Twitter, on my Twitter, your donation that you're giving, you're contributing, anything counts, honestly. I donated $5 to each of these. And so definitely encourage y'all to match that and challenge someone else to match it or go above and beyond that as well. I'm doing this whole thing, as I said, for the Black Lives Matter community. I want to spread awareness of the systemic racism going on in our country. I wanted to, make awareness of the justice for George Floyd that's been fighting, as well as Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and many other Black lives that have been wrongly taken from this country at the hands of our racist justice system. And there's lots of change that we need to be made. And I have a really good feeling that, a lot of people are coming together and that we will experience some type of change in the future because of this movement. Because this is not a moment in history, it's the movement. And so I am not going to be playing the music to y'all just for copyright purposes. And so I'm going to be listening to them on my headphones. So basically you're just going to be seeing me lyrically perform this really great musical. And I think Hamilton is the perfect musical to make spread awareness for the Black Lives Matter movement and just for the time in history that we are in right now. And so feel free to jam along on your own end. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be playing it just because of copyright purposes, but I will be listening to it so I can be in sync with the music. And so we're going to be going nonstop. I don't have the best voice, and so I will be taking some types of breaks in between the specific acts, just for y'all's reference, but there will be a 10-minute intermission at the end of Act 1 that is after nonstop. So like I said, I'm not the most talented person, but I wanted to do this because, one, I love Hamilton, and I am so passionate about this Black Lives Matter movement, and I really just want to spread awareness to the issue. I wanted to get y'all to donate, use your privileges and your platforms to educate others on these issues, especially within your community. And so I'm not going to keep y'all too long. It's been 3 minutes in. We're going to get started with it. So first off, we are going to get started with it. Bum, bum. How does a bastard orphan, son of a whore and a Scotsman, dropped in the middle of a forgotten spot in the Caribbean by providence, impoverished and squalor, grow up to be a hero and a scholar? The $10 founding father without a father got a lot farther by working a lot harder, by being a lot smarter, by being a self-starter. By 14, they placed him in charge of a trading charter, and every day while slaves were being slaughtered and carted away across the waves, he struggled and kept his guard up. Inside, he was longing for something to be a part of. Our brother was ready to beg, steal, borrow, or barter. Then a hurricane came and devastation reigned on man. Saw his future dripping down the drain. Put a pencil to his temple, connected it to his brain. Then he wrote his first refrain, a testament to his pain. Well, the word got around. They said, this kid is insane, man. Took up a collection just to send him to the mainland. Get your education. Don't forget from whence you came. And the world's gonna know your name. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. My name is Alexander Hamilton. And there's a million things I haven't done. But just you wait, just you wait. When he was 10, his father split, full of it, death written 2 years later. See Alex and his mother bedridden, half dead, sitting in the room sick, the scent thick. And Alex got better, but his mother went quick. Moved in with a cousin, the cousin committed suicide, left him with nothing but ruin, pride, something new inside, a voice saying, Alex, you gotta fend for yourself. He started retreating, reading every treatise on the shelf. There would have been nothing left to do for someone less astute. He would have been dead or destitute without a cent of restitution. Started working, clerking for his late mother's landlord, trading sugar cane and rum and all the things he can't afford, scamming for every book he can get his hands on, planning for the future. See him now as he stands on the bow of a ship, headed for a new land. In New York, you can be a new man. In New York, you can. Just you wait. In New York, you can. Just you wait. New York, you can be a new man. In New York, just you wait. We are waiting in the wings for you, waiting in the wings for you. We'll never back down. You never learn to take your time. Oh, Alexander Hamilton, Alexander Hamilton, when America sings for you. Will they know what you overcame? Will they know you rewrote the game? The world will never be the same. Oh, ship is in the harbor now. See if you can start. Just you wait. Another immigrant coming up from the bottom. Just you wait. His enemies destroyed his rep. America forgot him. We fought with him. Me, I died for him. Me, I trusted him. Me, I loved him. And me, I'm the damn fool that shot him. There's a million things I haven't done, but just you wait. What's your name, man? Alexander Hamilton. Awesome. Well, that was the first song, but I mean, we're going to keep on going. But I just want to say, I know most of these songs because I listen to this musical whenever I drive back home to the Valley. And so it's kind of obsessive at this point, but there are some songs I do not know. So if you see me looking down, I am looking at the lyrics so I can perform it to the best of my ability. That's just a little disclosure right there, a little disclaimer, but we're going to keep moving. Boom, boom. 1776. Share this with your friends. New York City. Pardon me, are you Aaron Burr, sir? Well, that depends. Who's asking? Oh, well, sure, sir. I'm Alexander Hamilton. I'm at your service, sir. I have been looking for you. I'm getting nervous, sir. I heard your name at Princeton. I was seeking an accelerated course of study when I got sort of out of sorts with a buddy of yours. I may have punched him. It's a blur, sir. He handles the financials. You punched a bursar. Yes, I wanted to do what you did, graduate into and join the revolution. He looked at me like I was stupid. I'm not stupid. So how'd you do it? How'd you graduate so fast? It was my parents' dying wish before they passed. You're an orphan. Of course, I'm an orphan. God, I wish there was a war that we could prove that we're worth more than anyone bargained for. Can I buy you a drink? That would be nice. While we're talking, let me offer you some free advice. Talk less. What? Smile more. Ha! Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for. You can't be serious. You want to get ahead? Yes. Fools who run their mouths off wind up dead. Hey, yo, what time is it? Showtime! Like I said, showtime. Yo, I'm John Lawrence in the place to be. 2 pints of Sam Adams, but I'm working on 3. Those red coats don't want it with me, cause I will chicka brah. These cops till I'm free. We nominees, Martel Lafayette, the Lancelot of the Revolution heavy set. I came from afar just to say bonsoir to the king. Cause who's the best chicken moi? Brah, Brah, I am Hercules, mulligan, up in it, loving it. Yes, I heard your mother say, come again. Like up your daughters and horses. Of course, it's hard to have intercourse, so of course it's a courses. Wow, no more sex, pour me another brew, son. Let's raise a couple more to the revolution. Well, if it ain't the prodigy of Princeton College, Aaron Burr, give us a verse, drop some knowledge. Good luck with that. You're taking a stand. You spit, I'ma sit. We'll see where we land. Bro, the revolution's imminent. What are you stole for? If you stand for nothing, bro, what do you fall for? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who is this kid? What's he gonna do? I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'ma get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but I got amazed and astonished. The problem is I got a lot of brains but no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard with every word. I drop knowledge, I'm a diamond in the rough. I shine a piece of gold, trying to reach my goal. My power, speech, unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. These New York City streets get colder. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage. I have learned to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish. I walk these streets famished. The plan is to fan this spark into a flame. But damn, it's getting dark. Let me spell out the name. I am an A-N-D-E-R. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. Meanwhile, Britain keeps shitting on us endlessly. Essentially, they tax us relentlessly. The King George turns around and runs a spending spree. He ain't ever gonna set his descendants free. So there will be a revolution in this century. And to me, he says in parentheses, don't be shocked when your history book mentions me. I will lay down my life if it sets us free. Eventually, you'll see my ascendancy. And I am not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. How to take a shot. I dream of a life without the monarchy. The unrest in France will lead to anarchy. Anarchy, how you say, how you saw anarchy. When I thought to make the other side panicky with my shot. Yo, I'm a tailor's apprentice, and I got job knuckleheads on local parenthesis. I'm joining the rebellion, because I know it's my chance to socially advance. Instead of sewing some pants, I'm gonna take a shot. But we'll never be truly free until those in bondage have the same rights as you and me. You and I do or die. What till I'm rattling on my stallion with the first black battalion? Have another shot. Geniuses, lower your voices. You keep out of trouble and you double your choices. I'm with you, but the situation is fraught. Got to be careful if you talk. If you talk, you're gonna get shot. Bird, check what we got. Mr. Lafayette, hard rock like Lancelot. I think your pants look hot. Going to like you a lot. That's such a flop. Back in the kettle call on the pot. What are the odds to gods to put a song with spot pop in the squad of conventionalism, like it or not? A bunch of revolutionary mission abolitionists. Give me a position, show me where the ammunition is. Well, am I talking too loud? Sometimes I get overexcited. Shoot off at the mouth. I never had a group of friends before. I promise that I'll make y'all proud. Let's get this guy in front of a crowd. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. Everybody sing, whoa, 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 hey. Woo, whoa. So let them hear you. Let's go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I said shout it to the rooftops. Said to the rooftops. Come on. Come on, let's go. Rise up. When you're living on your knees, you rise up. Tell your brother that he's got to rise up. Tell your sister that she's got to rise up. When are these colonies gonna rise up? 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 Rise up. I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. When's it gonna get me? In my sleep, 7 feet ahead of me. If I see it coming, do I run or do I let it be? Is it like a beat without a melody? See, I never thought I'd live past 20. Where I come from, some get half as many. Ask anybody why we're living fast and we laugh, reach for a flask. We have to make this moment last. That's plenty. Scratch that. This is not a moment. It's the movement. We're all the hungriest brothers of something to prove. Once foes oppose us, we take it on a stand. We roll like Moses, claiming our promised land. And if we win our independence, is that a guarantee of freedom for our descendants? Or will the blood we shed begin an endless cycle of vengeance and death with no defendants? I know the action in the street is exciting, but Jesus, between all the bleeding and fighting I've been reading and writing, we need to handle our financial situation. Are we a nation of states? What's the state of our nation? I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualties and sorrow. For the first time, I'm thinking past tomorrow, and I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. We're gonna rise up, time to take a shot. We're gonna rise up, time to take a shot. We're gonna rise up, rise. It's time to take a shot. Rise up, rise. It's time to take a shot. Right, whoa, whoa, take a shot, shot. Hey, yo, it's time to take a shot, time to take a shot. And I am not throwing away my shot. That's my favorite song in the musical. I may not live to see our glory, but I will gladly join the fight. And when our children tell our stories, they'll tell the story of tonight. Let's have another round, and let's have another round, and let's have another round, and raise a glass to freedom. Something they can never take away, no matter what they tell you. Raise a glass to the four of us. Tomorrow there'll be more of us telling the story of tonight. They'll tell the story of tonight. Raise a glass to freedom. Something they can never take away, no matter what they tell you. Let's have another round tonight. Raise a glass to the four of us. Tomorrow there'll be more of us telling the story of tonight. Let's have another round tonight. Tell the story of raise a glass to freedom. Tell the story of tonight to freedom. They'll tell the story of tonight. Yeah, tonight. There's nothing rich folks love more than going downtown and slumming it with the poor. They pull up in the carriages and gawk at the students in the common just to watch them talk. Take Philip Schuyler, the man is loaded. Uh-oh, but little does he know that his daughters, Peggy, Angelica, Eliza, sneak into the city just to watch other guys at work. Angelica, work. Eliza and Peggy. The Schuyler sisters, Angelica, Peggy, Eliza, work. Daddy said to be home by sundown. Daddy doesn't need to know. Daddy said not to go downtown. Like I said, you're free to go. But look around, the revolution's happening in New York. Angelica, work. It's bad enough Daddy wants to go to war. People shouting in the square. Bad enough there'll be violence on our shores, new ideas in the air. Look around, Angelica, remind me what we're looking for. She's looking for me, Eliza, I'm looking for a mind at work. I'm looking for a mind at work. I'm looking for a mind at work. Whoa, work. Woo! There's nothing like summer in the city. Someone in a rush next to someone looking pretty. Excuse me, miss, I know it's not funny, but your perfume smells like your daddy's got money while you're slumming in the city in your fancy heels. You're searching for an urchin who can give you ideals. Furry disgust me? Ah, so you disgust me. I'm a trust fund, baby. You can trust me. I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Some say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. And when I meet Thomas Jefferson, I'ma compel him to include women in the sequel work. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. Greatest city in the world. So I've been reading Common Sense by Thomas Paine. Some men say that I'm intense or I'm insane. You want a revolution, I want a revelation. So listen to my declaration. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. History is happening in Manhattan, and we just happen to be in the greatest city in the world. In the greatest city in the world. Work, Angelica, work, Eliza and Peggy, the Schuyler sisters. We're looking for minor work, hey, wow, in the greatest city in the world, boom. That's another favorite right there. Hear ye! My name is Samuel Seabury, and I present free thoughts on the proceedings of the Continental Congress. Heed not the rabble who scream revolution. They have not your interest at heart. Oh my God, tell this dude apart. Chaos and bloodshed are not a solution. Don't let them lead you astray. This Congress does not speak on me. Let it be. They're playing a dangerous game. I pray the king shows you his mercy. For shame. Yo, he'd have you all revel at the sound of screams, but the revolution is coming. Have not, it's gonna win this. It's hard to listen to you with the straight face. Chaos and bloodshed already haunt us. Honestly, you shouldn't even talk. And what about Boston? You go causing all that we lost, and you talk about Congress does not speak for. My dog speaks more eloquently. They're playing a dangerous, strangely your mange. Pray the king shows you his mercy. See in Jersey, for shame, for the revolution, for shame. If you repeat yourself again, I'm gonna scream. Honestly, look at me. Please don't read. Not your interest. Don't modulate the key to not debate with me. Why should any island across the sea regulate the price of tea? Alexander, please, Bert. I'd rather be divisive than indecisive. Drop the niceties. Silence. A message from the king. A message from the king. A message from the king. You say the price of my love's not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea, which you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember, despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back. Soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me. You'll be back. Time will tell. You'll remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. You say your love is draining and you can't go on. You'll be the one complaining when I am gone. And no, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favorite subject, my sweet, submissive subject, my royal subject, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You'll be back like before. I will fight the fight and win the war for your love, for your praise. And I love you till my dying days. When you're gone, I'll go mad. So don't throw away this thing we had. 'Cause when push comes to shove, I will kill your friends and family to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Da 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 everybody. Da 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 da. All right, my voice is going to take a break right there. Savannah to the Revolution. Sydney, hello. Thank you for joining. Black Trans Women Fund, Austin Justice Coalition. Please donate to those causes. Also, in the description of this video, there's more additional links you can go to. But these are ones in particular that just, mean a lot to me, and ones that I really wanted to highlight. And share your donations too in the chat if you feel comfortable doing so. Say you donated this specific amount. And if you follow me on Twitter, it's at BenMontero36. Please tag me and show me your donation as well. I'll definitely retweet it, favorite it, both. I'm gonna. All right, we're ready to get back. All right, we're gonna get back to our regularly scheduled program. Banana. British Admiral Howe's got troops on the water. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. 32,000 troops in New York Harbor. They surround our troops, they surround our troops, they surround our troops. As a kid in the Caribbean, I wished for a war. I knew that I was poor. I knew it was the only way to rise up. If they tell my story, I am either gonna die on the battlefield in glory or rise up. I will fight for this land, but there's only one man who can give us a command so we can rise up. Understand, it's the only way to rise up. Here he comes, here comes the general. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the general, the moment you've been waiting for. Here comes the general, the pride of Mount Vernon. George Washington, we are outgunned, outmanned, what? Outnumbered, outplanned. We gotta make an all-out stand. Hey, yo, I'm gonna need a right-hand man. Check it. Can I be real a second? For just a millisecond. Let down my guard and tell the people how I feel a second. Now I'm the model of a modern major general, the venerated Virginian veteran whose men are all lining up to put me up on a pedestal, writing letters to relative, embellishing my elegance and eloquence. But the elephant is in the room. The truth is in your face when you hear the British cannons go boom. And he hopes the sex is fleeting. How can I keep leading when the people I'm leading keep retreating? We put a stop to the bleeding as the British take Brooklyn. Night takes Rook, but look, we are outgunned, outmanned, what? Outnumbered, outplanned. Boo, 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 boo. We gotta make an all-out stand. Hey, yo, I'm gonna need a right-hand man. Incoming! They're battering down the battery. Check the damages. We gotta stop him and rob them of their advantages. Let's take a stand with the stamina. God who's granted us. Hamilton won't abandon ship. Yo, let's steal the cannons. Shaboom. There goes the planet. Watch the blood and the shit spray. And boom goes the cannon. We're abandoning Kips Bay. And boom, we just start the shipping. We lost our southern tipping. We gotta run to Harlem quick. We can't afford another slip. Guns and horses, giddy up. I decide to divvy up my forces. They're skittish at the British. Cut the city up. This close to giving up. Facing mass scrutiny, I scream in the face of this mass mutiny. Are these the men for which I'm to defend America? We ride at midnight, Manhattan in the distance. I cannot be everywhere at once, people. I'm in dire need of assistance. Your Excellency, sir. Who are you, Aaron Burr? Sir, permission to state my case, as you were. Sir, I was a captain under General Montgomery until he caught a bullet in the neck of Quebec and well, in summary, I think I could be some assistance. I admire how you keep firing the British from a distance. I have some questions, a couple of suggestions. How to fight instead of fleeing west. Yes? Well, Your Excellency, you wanted to see me. Hamilton, come in. Have you met Burr? Yes, sir. We keep meeting. As I was saying, sir, I look forward to seeing your strategy play out. Burr, sir, close the door on your way out. Have I done something wrong, sir? On the contrary, I called you here because our odds are beyond scary. Your reputation precedes you. I have to laugh. Sir, Hamilton, how come no one can get you on this staff? Sir, don't get me wrong. You're a young man with great renown. I know you stole British cannons when we were still downtown. Nathaniel Greene and Henry Knox wanted to hire you to be their secretary. I don't think so. Then why are you upset? I'm not. It's all right. You want to fight. You got a hunger. I was just like you when I was just younger. Head full of fantasies of dying like a martyr. Yes, dying is easy, young man. Living is harder. Why are you telling me this? I'm being honest. I'm working with a third of what our Congress has promised. We are a powder keg about to explode. I need someone like you to lighten the load. So, I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and I am not throwing away my shot, son. We're outgunned, outmen. You need all the help you can get. I have some friends. Lawrence Mulligan, Marquis de Lafayette. Okay, what else? Outnumbered, outplanned. We need some spies on the inside. Some king's men who might let some things slide. I write to Congress and tell them we need supplies and rally the guys, master the elements of surprise. I rise above my station, organize your information till we rise to the occasion of our new nation. So here comes the general, rise up. What? Here comes the general, rise up. What? Here comes the general, rise up. What? Here comes the general. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. What? And his right hand man. Boom. That's always a fun one. How does a bastard, orphan, son of a whore go on and on, grow into more of a phenomenon? Watch this obnoxious, arrogant, loudmouth father be seated at the right hand of the father. Washington hires Hamilton right on sight, but Hamilton still wants to fight, not right. Now Hamilton's skill with the quill is undeniable, but what do we have in common? We're reliable with the ladies. There are so many to deflower. Ladies, looks, proximity to power. Ladies, they're delighted and distracted. Martha Washington named her feral tomcat after him. That's true. 1780, a winter's ball, and the Schuyler sisters are the envy of all. Yo, if you can marry a sister, you're rich, son. Now, is it a question of if, Burr, or which one? Hey, 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 hey. Ooh, I do, I do, I do, I do. Hey, ooh, I do, I do, I do, I do. Boy, you got me helpless. Look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless. down for the count and I'm drowning in them. I have never been the type to try and grab the spotlight. We were at a revel with some rebels on a hot night, laughing at my sister as she's dazzling the room. Then you walked in and my heart went boom. Trying to get you to the side of the ballroom. Everybody's dancing and the band's top volume. Grind to the rhythm as we wine and dine. Grab my sister and whisper, yo, this one's mine. Ooh, sister made her way across the room to you. There is thinking what she gonna do. She grabs by the arm thinking I'm through. Then you look back to me and suddenly I'm helpless. Oh, look at those eyes, look into your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless. I know I'm down for the count and I'm drowning in. I'm helpless. I am so into you. I am so into you. Helpless. I know I'm down for the count and I'm drowning in. Where are you taking me? I'm about to change your life. By all means, lead the way. Elizabeth Schuyler, it's a pleasure to meet you. Schuyler, my sister, thank you for your service. If it takes fighting a war for us to meet, it will have been worth it. I'll leave you to it. Boom. 1 week later, I'm writing another nightly. Now my life gets better every letter that you write me. Laughing at my sister because she wants to form a harem. I'm just saying that if you really love me, you would share. Ha! 2 weeks later in the living room, stressing. My father's stone-faced while you're asking for his blessing. I'm dying inside as you whine and dine because there's nothing to find. Nothing that your mind can't do. My father makes his way across the room to you, but then he shakes you thinking we're through. But then he shakes your hand and says, be it true. And you turn back to me smiling. I'm looking to your eyes and the sky's the limit. I'm helpless. Down for the count. Woo! Drowning in them. He's mine, that boy is mine. Helpless, I'm helpless. Down for the count and yo, Eliza, I don't have a dollar to my name, an acre of land, a troop to command, a dial up the fame. All I have is my honor, a tolerance for pain, a couple of college credits, and my top-notch brain. Insane, your family brings out a different side of me. Peggy confides in me. Angelica tried to take a bite of me. No stress, my love for you is never in doubt. We'll get a little place in Harlem and we'll figure it out. I've been living without a family since I was a child. My father left, my mother died. I grew up buck wild, but I'll never forget my mother's face. That was real. As long as I'm alive, Eliza, swear to God, you never feel so. I do, Eliza. I do. I never felt so, yeah. Down for the count, and I'm drowning in it. Your life is gonna be fine, cause the lies is in it. I'm looking to your eyes, and the sky's the limit. I'm down for the count, and I'm drowning in them. Ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. In New York, you can be a new man. In New York, you can be a new man. In New York, you can be a new man. Helpless. Boom. Awesome. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Now, everyone, give it up for the maid of honor, Angelica Schuyler. A toast to the groom, to the groom, to the groom, to the groom, to the bride, to the bride, to the bride, bride, to your sister, Angelica, who's always by your side. By your side to your union, to the union, to the revolution. And I hope that you provide. May you always, always be satisfied. Rewind, 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 rewind. Helpless skies, down, down, down. Rewind, rewind, rewind. I remember that night. I just might. Remember that night. I just might. Remember that night. I remember that night, I just might regret that night for the rest of my days. I remember the soldier boys tripping over themselves to win our praise. I remember that dream like candlelight, like a dream that you can't quite place. But Alexander, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. I have never been the same. Intelligent eyes in a hunger pain frame. And when you said hi, I forgot my dang name. Set my heart aflame, every part aflame. This is not again. You strike me as a woman that has never been satisfied. I'm sure I don't know what you mean. You forget yourself. You're like me. I'm never satisfied. Is that right? I've never been satisfied. My name is Angelica Schuyler. Alexander Hamilton. Where's your family from? Unimportant, there's a million things I haven't done. So just you wait. Just you wait. So this sort of feels like to match with to someone at your level. What the hell is the catch? It's the feeling of freedom of seeing the light. And spreading Franklin with the key in the cut. You see it, right? Your conversation lasts 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Everything we said is total agreement. It's a dream and it's going to be dance. It's a posture in a bit of a stance. He's a bit of a flirt, but I'm going to give it a chance. Asked about his family. Did you see his answer? His hand started fidgeting. He looked askance. His penalties flying by the seat of his pants. Handsome boy doesn't know a peach fuzz, and he can't even grow. I want to take him far away from this place, and then turn to see his sister's face, and she is helpless, and I know she is helpless, and her eyes are just helpless, and I realize 3 fundamental truths at the exact same time. Where are you taking me? I'm about to change your life. By all means, lead the way. Number 1, I'm a girl in the world that my only job is to marry rich. My father has the son, so I'm the one who has to social climb the one. So I'm the oldest and the wittiest and the gossip in New York Cityest, insidious, and Alexander is penniless. Doesn't mean I want a man any less. Elizabeth Schuyler, it's a pleasure to meet you. Schuyler, my sister. Number 2, he's after me because I'm a Schuyler sister that elevates the status. I'd have to be naive to set that aside. Maybe that is why I introduced him to Eliza. Now that's his bride. That's going, Angelica. He was right. He will never be satisfied. Thank you for all your service. If it takes fighting a war for us to meet, it will have been worth it. I'll leave you to it. Number 3, I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. If I tell her that I love him, she'd be silently resigned. He'd be mine. She said, see, I'm fine. She'd be lying. But when I fantasize at night, it's Alexander's eyes as I romanticize what might have been if I hadn't sized him up so quickly. At least my dear Eliza's his wife. At least I keep his eyes in my life. Banana, 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 banana. To the groom, to the groom, to the groom, to the groom, to the bride, to the bride, to the bride, bride from your sister. Angelica, who's always by your side, to your union, and the hope that you provide. May you always be satisfied. And I know she'll be happy as his bride, and I know satisfied. He will never be satisfied. I will never be satisfied. Whew. All right, let's take a little break right there. That's always a good one. Love to see it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Brandon, work it. Thank you. Ashley going. Brandon, thank you so much for your love and support. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the viewers who are still sticking around. This is just a little bit of a break from me. You can hear my voice getting raspy right there. But we're going to keep powering through. We're doing this. Black Trans Woman Fund. I put the link in the very beginning of the chat. The link is also in the description of this video. Austin Justice Coalition as well. And one more thing that I'm very passionate about too educating yourself on these issues going on in our country. I put a link for Black Lives Matter resources to educate yourself on anti-racism, how to be an ally, and just to educate yourself on the systemic racism going on in this country. And so I'll definitely check out those links. They've helped me out a lot. Recently, I watched 13th on Netflix by Ava DuVernay. I cannot recommend that enough. Essentially just breaks down the 13th Amendment, the little loophole within there that essentially allows for slavery to still keep happening in this country through our prison system, which is very, very corrupt. Definitely recommend checking that out. That's on Netflix. I also recently checked out Just Mercy, justmercyfilm.com. You can actually stream that movie for free on this very specific platforms for the month of June. They made it free for the month of June. So definitely recommend checking that out. Right, really great movie. All right, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. I may not live to see our glory. I may not live to see our glory, but I've seen wonders made as well. Cause if the Tomcat can get married, if Alexander can get married, there's hope for our race after all. Raise a glass to freedom, hey, something you will never see again. No matter what she tells you, let's have another round tonight. Let's a glass to the four of us, hey, to the newly not poor of us. We'll tell the story of tonight. Let's have another round. Well, if it isn't Aaron Burr, sir, I didn't think that you would make it, to be sure. Burr, I'd say congratulations, but first, Burr, I see the whole gang is here. You are the worst, Burr. Ignore them. Congrats to you, Lieutenant Colonel. I wish I had your command instead of man in George's journal. No, you don't. Yes, I do. Now be sensible. From what I hear, you made yourself indispensable. Well, I heard you got a special someone on the side. Is that so? What are you trying to hide? I should go. No, these guys should go. What? You guys alone, man? It's all right, Burr. I wish you brought this girl with you tonight. You're very kind, but I'm afraid it's unlawful, sir. What do you mean? She's married. I see. She's married to a British officer. Oh, shit. Congrats again, Alexander. Smile more. I see you on the other side of the war. I will never understand you. If you love this woman, go get her. What are you waiting for? I see you on the other side of the war. I see you on the other side of the war. Boom. Theodosia writes me a letter every day. I'm keeping her bed warm while her husband is away. He's on the British side of Georgia, trying to keep the colonies aligned. Well, he can keep all of Georgia. Theodosia, she's mine. Love doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and we keep loving anyway. We laugh and we cry and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm by her side when so many have tried, then I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. My grandfather was a fire and brimstone preacher. But there are things that the homilies and hymns won't teach you. My mother was a genius. My father commanded respect. When they died, they left no instructions, just a legacy to protect. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. We keep living anyway. We rise and we fall and we break and we make mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm still alive when everyone who loves me has died, then I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it. I am the one thing in life I can't control. I'm an inimitable, I'm an original. I'm not falling behind, I'm running late. I'm not standing still, I am running late. Hamilton faces an endless uphill climb. He has something to prove. He has nothing to lose, lose, lose. Hamilton's pace is relentless. He race no time. What is it like in his shoes? Hamilton doesn't hesitate. He exhibits no restraints. He takes and he takes and he takes, and he keeps winning anyway. Changes the game, plays and he raises the stakes. And if there's a reason he seems to thrive when so do you survive, then God damn it, I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Life doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes, it takes. We rise and we fall. If there's a reason I'm still alive when so many have died, then I'm willing to wait for it, 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 wait for it. Stay alive. Stay alive. I have never seen the general so despondent. I have taken over writing all his correspondence. Congress, right? George attacked the British forces. We have resorted to eating our horses. Local merchants deny us equipment assistance. They only take British money. So sing a song of sixpence. The cavalry's not coming. Sir Alex, listen, there's only one way for us to win this. Provoke outrage. Outright. That's right. Don't engage. Strike by night. Remain relentless till the troops take flight. Make it impossible to justify the cost of the fight. Outrun, outrun, outlast, outlast. Hit them quick, get out fast. Chicka-blow. Single life to the soldiers, souls past. I'm gonna fly a lot of flags, half mast, raise a glass. I go back to New York in my apprenticeship. I ask my friend Shade, I pray that Francis send a ship. I say I work with Hamilton. We write essays against slavery. Every day's a test of our camaraderie and bravery. We cut supply lines, we steal contraband. We pick and choose our battles to places to take a stand. And every day, sir, entrust me with the command. And every day, no, he dismisses me out of hand. Instead of me, he promotes Charles Lee as a second in command. I'm a general. Wee! Yeah, he doesn't choice I would have gone with. He shit the bed at the Battle of Monmouth. Everyone attack, retreat, attack, retreat. What are you doing, Lee? Get back on your feet. There's so many of them. I'm sorry, is this not your speed? Hamilton, ready, sir. Have Lafayette take the lead. Yes, sir. 1,000 soldiers die in 100-degree heat as we snatch a stalemate from the jaws of defeat. Charles Lee was left behind without a pot to piss in. He started saying this to anybody who would listen. Washington cannot be left alone to his devices. Indecisive from crisis to crisis. The best thing he could do for the revolution is turn and go back to planting tobacco at Mount Vernon. Ooh, don't do a thing. History will prove him wrong. But, sir, we have a war to fight. Let's move along. Strong words from Lee. Someone ought to hold him to it. I can't disobey direct orders. Then I'll do it. Alexander, you're the closest friend I've got. Lawrence, do not throw away your shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 10 dual commandments. The 10 dual commandments. Number 1, the challenge demands satisfaction. If they apologize, no need for further action. Number 2, if they don't grab a friend, that's your second, your lieutenant. When there's reckoning to be reckoned. Number 3, have your seconds meet face to face. Negotiate a peace or negotiate a time and place. This is commonplace, especially between recruits. Most disputes die and no one shoots. Number 4, if they don't reach a peace, that's all right. Trying to get some doctors and a doctor on site. You pay him in advance. You pay with civility. You have him turn around so he can have deniability. 5, duel before the sun is in the sky. Pick a place to die where it's high and dry. Number 6, leave a note for your next to kin. Tell them where you've been. Pray that hell or heaven lets you in. 7. Confess your sins. Ready for the moments of adrenaline when you finally face your opponent. Number 8. Last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can set the record straight. Alexander, Aaron Burr, sir, can we agree that duels are dumb and immature? Sure, but your man has to answer for his words. Burr with his life? We both know that's absurd, sir. Hang on, how many men died because Lee was inexperienced and ruinous? Okay, so we're doing this. Number 9, look him in the eye, ain't no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10, places fire. Lee, do you yield? You shot him in the side. Yes, he yields. Unsatisfied. Gotta clear the field. Yo, we won. Here comes the general. This should be fun. What is the meaning of this? Mr. Burr, get a medic for the general. Yes, sir. Lee, you will never agree with me, but believe me, these young men don't speak for me. Thank you for your service. Let's run. Hamilton, sir, meet me inside. Meet him inside. Meet him inside. Inside, meet him inside. Son, don't call me son. This war is hard enough without infight. Lee called you out. He used blood. Saw nothing. You aggravated our allies in the south. You shot absolutely right. John should have shot him in the mouth. That would have shut him up. Son, I'm not your son. Watch your tone. I'm not a maiden you need. Defending Charles Lee, Thomas Conway, these men. Take your name and I wreck it through the mud. Well, my name's been through a lot. I can take. Well, I don't have your name. I don't have your titles. I don't have your land. But if you gave me the command of a battalion, a group of men to lead, I can fly above my station after the war, or you could die, and we need you alive. I'm more than willing to die. Your wife leads you alive. Son, I need you alive. Call me son one more time. Bum, 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 bum. Go home, Alexander. That's an order from your commander. Sir, go home. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around. How long have you known? A month or so? Eliza, you should have told me. I wrote to the general a month ago. No, I begged him to send you home. You should have told me. I'm not sorry. I knew you'd fight until the war's not done. We deserve a chance to meet your son. Look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Will you relish being a poor man's wife, unable to provide for your life? I relish being your wife. Look around, look at where you are. Look at where you started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle. Just stay alive, that would be enough. And if this child shares a fraction of your smile, or a fragment of your mind, look out, world, that would be enough. I don't pretend to know the challenges you're facing, the worlds you keep erasing and creating in your mind. But I'm not afraid. I know who I married. So long as you come home at the end of the day, that would be enough. We don't need a legacy. We don't need money. If I could grant you peace of mind, if you could let me inside your heart, oh, let me be a part of the narrative in the story they will write someday. Let this moment be the first chapter where you decide to stay, and we could be enough. And we could be enough. That would be enough. Bum, 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 bum.
That's always a good one. I get emotional whenever I listen to that one. All right, we're taking a little short break. This is, I mean, just really quick, just a water break for me. And then we're going to wrap up Act 1 right after this. Black Trans Women Fund, Austin Justice Coalition. Please donate to them. Austin Justice. I talked about the Black Trans Women Fund, but the Austin Justice Coalition is just a coalition that serves minority communities in the greater city of Austin. Austin has dealt with segregation badly. Like I-35, the highway is literally like a segregation line. It's ridiculous. But the Austin Justice Coalition serves minority communities here in the city of Austin and helps them become advocates for themselves and just provide resources for them. And so really, I mean, Austin, I love the city so much. I mean, despite its flaws. And so Austin Justice Coalition, definitely recommend y'all donate to them. And the Black Trans Women Fund. And also just check out the other links in my description. If there's a bail fund in a area near you, definitely recommend joining to them. There's protesters who are getting arrested for peacefully protesting. That's wrong. And so I definitely recommend, if there's a bail fund near you, donate to them. We're going to finish up Act 1 right now. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for sticking around for this so long. And I know it's hard without the music. I know it's hard without the music, and just hearing me sing just like randomly. I'm sorry if I'm terrible. I'm sorry if I didn't do your song justice, but I'm just doing this to the best of my ability. But I appreciate the love and support y'all giving me through this. Despite the, definitely knew this. I wanted to do this. I wanted to raise awareness again for the justice for George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and just police brutality in general. And I wanted to do it by performing theater. I love theater. I'm a theater major. But we are going to finish Act 1 right now. How does a ragtag volunteer army in need of a shower somehow defeat a global superpower? How do we emerge victorious from the quagmire, leave the battlefield waving Betsy Ross's flag higher? Yo, it turns out we have a secret weapon, an immigrant you know and love who's unafraid to step in. He's constantly confusing, confounding the British henchmen. Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman, Lafayette. I'm taking this horse by the rings, making records, running about stains, Lafayette. I'm never gonna stop until I make them drop and burn them up and scatter the remains on, Lafayette. Watch me escaping them, raping them, raging them out. I got a France for more funds. I come back with more guns and ships. And so the balance shifts. We rendezvous with Rochambeaus, consolidate their gifts. We can end this war in Yorktown, cut them off at sea, but well, this is succeed by someone else we need. I know Hamilton, so he knows what to do in the trench, intuitive and fluid in French. I mean, so you're gonna have to use them eventually. What's he gonna do on that bench? I mean, no one has more resilience or matches my practical, tactical brilliance. You want to fight for your land back? I need my right hand man back. Yeah, get your right hand man back. You got to get your right hand man back. I mean, you got to put some thought into the letter, but the sooner the better to get your right hand man back. Alexander Hamilton. Troops are waiting in the field for you. If you join us right now, together we can turn the tide. Oh, Alexander Hamilton. I have soldiers that will yield for you. If we manage to get this right, they'll surrender by early light. The world will never be the same. Alexander. Boom, boom, boom. I was younger than you are now. When I was given my first command, I led my men straight into a massacre. I witnessed their deaths firsthand. I made every mistake and felt the shame rise in me. And even now I lie awake, knowing history has its eyes on me. Whoa. Whoa. History has its eyes on me. Whoa, yeah. Let me tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control who lives, who dies, who tells your story. I know that we can win. I know that greatness lies in you. But remember, from here on in, history has its eyes on you. Whoa, whoa. History has its eyes on you. The Battle of Yorktown, 1781. Monsieur Hamilton, Monsieur Lafayette in command where you belong. I say no sweat. We're fighting on the field. We've had quite a run. Immigrants, we get the job done. So what happens if we win? I go back to France. I bring freedom to my people if I'm given the chance. We'll be with you when you do. Go lead your men. I'll see you on the other side till we meet again. Let's go. I am not throwing away my shot. Hey, yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot till the world turns upside down. Till the world turns upside down. I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. This is where it gets me. I might beat the enemy ahead of me. If this is the enemy, at least I have a friend with me. Weapon in my hand and command and my men with me. That I remember my allies is expecting me. Not only that, my allies is expecting. So we gotta go, gotta get the job done, gotta start a new nation, gotta meet my son. Take the bullets out your gun, the bullets out your gun. We move undercover, we move as one through the night. We have one shot to live another day. We cannot let a stray gun shot give us away. We gotta fight up close, seize the moment and stay in that. It's either that or admit the business end of the bayonet. And the cold word is Rochambeau. Dig me, Rochambeau. You have your orders now. Go, man, go. And so the American experiment begins with my friends all scattered through the winds. Lawrence is in South Carolina. Redefining bravery. We'll never be free until we end slavery. When we finally drive the British away, Lafayette is there waiting at Chesapeake Bay. How did we know that this plan would work? We had a spy on the inside. That's right, Hercules Mulligan. Taylor spying on the British government. I take the measurements information and then I smuggle it up to my brother's revolutionary covenant. I'm running with the Sons of Liberty and I am loving it. See, that's what happens when you run up against the ruffians. Squeezing the shit now. Somebody's got to shovel it. Hercules Mulligan, I need no introduction. When you knock me down, I get the fuck back up again. Woo! Right, hold. Go. What? Boom. After a week of fighting, a young man in a red coat stands on a parapet. We lower our guns as he frantically waves a white handkerchief. And just like that, it's over. We tend to our wounded. We count our dead. Black and white soldiers wonder alike if this really means freedom. Not yet. We negotiate the terms of surrender. I see George Washington smile. We escort their men out of Yorktown. They stagger home single file. Tens of thousands of people flood the streets. Their screams and church bells ringing. As our fallen foes retreat, I hear the drinking song they're singing. The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down. The world turned upside down, 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 down. Freedom for America, freedom for France. Down. Gotta start a new nation, gotta meet my son. Down. We want. The world turned upside down. They say The price of my war's not a price that they're willing to pay. Insane! You cheat with the French, now I'm fighting with France and with Spain. I'm so blue. Thought that we made an arrangement when you went away. You were mine to subdue. Well, even despite our estrangement, I've got a small query for you. What comes next? You've been freed. Do you know how hard it is to lead? You're on your own. Awesome. Wow. Do you have a clue what happens now? Oceans rise. Empires fall. It's much harder when it's on your core. All alone. Cross the sea. When your people say they hate you, don't come crawling back to me. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. You're on your own. Bum, 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 bum. Dear Theodosia, what to say to you? You have my eyes, you have your mother's name. When you came into the world, you cried, and it broke my heart. I'm dedicating every day to you. Domestic life was never quite my style. When you smile, you knock me out, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. You will come of age with our young nation. We'll bleed and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Oh, Philip, when you smile, I am undone. My son, look at my son. Pride is not the word I'm looking for. There is so much more inside me now. Oh, Philip, you outshine the morning sun. My son, when you smile, I fall apart, and I thought I was so smart. My father wasn't around, my father wasn't around. I swear that I'll be around for you. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll make a million mistakes. I'll keep the world safe and sound for you. You'll come of age with our young nation. We'll pat and fight for you. We'll make it right for you. If we lay a strong enough foundation, we'll pass it on to you. We'll give the world to you, and you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. Yeah, you'll blow us all away. Someday, someday. After the war, I went back to New York. After the war, I went back to New York. I finished up my studies and I practiced law. I practiced law, burr work next door. Even though we started at the very same time, Alexander Hamilton began to climb. How to account for his rise to the top? Man, the man is non-stop. Gentlemen of the jury, I'm curious. Bear with me. Are you aware that we're making history? This is the first murder trial of our brand new nation, the liberty behind the liberation. I began to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt that my assistant counsel, co-counsel Hamilton, sit down. Our client, Levy Weeks, is innocent. Call your first witness. That's all you have to say. Okay, one more thing. Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Soon that attitude may be your doom. Why do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Keep on fighting in the meantime. Non-stop. Corruption's such an old song that we could sing along in harmony, and nowhere is it stronger than in Albany. This colony's economy is increasingly stalling, and honestly, that's why public service seems to be calling me. I practiced the law, practically perfected it. I've seen injustice in the world and I've corrected it. Not for a strong central democracy. If not, then I'll be Socrates throwing verbal rocks at these mediocrities. Hamilton at the Constitutional Convention. I was chosen for the Constitutional Convention. There is a New York junior delegate. Now, what I'm going to say may sound indelicate. Goes and proposes his own form of government. What? His own plan for a new form of government. Talks for 6 hours. The convention is listening. Bright young men. Yo, who the F is this? Why do you always say what you believe? Why do you always say what you believe? Every proclamation guarantees free ammunition for your enemies. Why do you write like it's going out of style? Write day and night like it's going out of style. Every day you fight like it's going out of style. Do what you do when Alexander, Aaron Burr, sir. Well, it's the middle of the night. Can we confer, sir? Is this a legal matter? Yes, and it's important to me. What do you need? Burr, you a better lawyer than me. Okay, I'm going to talk too much. I'm abrasive. You're incredible in court. You're succinct, persuasive. Your client needs a strong defense. You're the solution. Who's your client? The new U.S. Constitution? No, hear me out. No way. A series of essays anonymously published defending the document to the public. No one will read it. I disagree. And if it fails, Bird, that's why we need it. The Constitution's so it needs amendments. It's full of contradictions. So is independence. We have to start somewhere. No way. Making a mistake. Good night. Hey, what are you waiting for? What do you stall for? We won the war. What was it all for? Do you support this Constitution? Of course, then defend it. And what if you're backing the wrong horse? Burr, we studied and we fought and we killed for the notion of a nation we now get to build. For once in your life, take a stand with pride. I don't understand how you stand. I'll keep all my plans close to my chest. Wait for. I'll wait here and see which way the wind will blow. I'm taking my time watching the afterbirth of a nation, watching the tension grow. I am sailing off to London. I am accompanied by someone who always pays. We have found a wealthy husband who will keep me in comfort for all my days. He's not a lot of fun, but there's no one to match my fraternal phrase. My Alexander. Jellicoe, don't forget to write. Look at where you are. Look at where you started. The fact that you're alive is a miracle. Just stay alive, that would be enough. And if your wife could share a fraction of your time, if I could grant you peace of mind, would that be enough? Alexander joins forces with James Madison and John Jay to write a series of essays in the United States Constitution entitled the Federalist Papers. The plan was to write a total of 25 essays, the work divided evenly among the three men. In the end, they wrote 85 essays in the span of 6 months. John Jay got sick after writing 5. James Madison wrote 29. Hamilton wrote the other 51. How do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time, like you're running out of time. Are you running out of time? How do you write like tomorrow won't arrive? How do you write like you needed to survive? How do you write every second you're alive? Every second you're alive. Every second you're alive. They're asking me to lead. I'm doing the best I can to get the people that I need. I'm asking you to be my right hand. Treasury or state, I know it's a lot to ask. Treasury or state, to leave behind the world. You know, sir, do you want me to run the Treasury or State Department? Treasury. Let's go. Alexander, I have to leave. Alexander, look around at how lucky we are to be alive right now. Helpless, they're asking me to leave. Look around, isn't this enough? He will never be satisfied. He will never be satisfied. History has its eyes on you. Isn't this enough? He will never be satisfied. Would that be enough? History has its eyes on you. And you're right, like history has its eyes on. I am not throwing away my shot. Just you wait. I am not throwing away my shot. I am Alexander Hamilton. Hamilton, just do it. I am not throwing away my shot. End of Act 1. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me. Wow. Hour 19. Let's go. All right. We will be back at 8:30. Thank you, 10. Thank you, 8:30. Roger, hello. Thank you for your support. I will get to working on those links. Campaign not found. I see why you see it does not work. I believe that's what it says. Let's try this one again, Roger. I'll let you know. I'll give it a try too. There we go. Yeah, this one should work. And then Austin Justice Coalition. And then this is the Austin Justice Coalition. This is the 10-minute intermission. Awesome. I'm glad it works. All right. So thank y'all for tuning in. This is the 10-minute intermission. I'm going to get on social media right now. So 8:30, we will be back. We'll be back. Chat with me in the chat. Chat with me in the chat. I want to talk to y'all. And I'm going to be on social media too. If you don't follow me on Twitter, at 6. That is my Twitter right there. Ignore the at Ben Montero in red. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, okay. I got Echo who donated. Awesome. Thank you so much, Echo. $10. Love it. Brothers are enjoying the show. I'm so glad. All right. See some retweets on. Perfect. Yeah, feel free. If you're having a good time, definitely share this with your friends on social media. I want to get more people on it. I want to get more folks donating onto it. As you see, we did have one donation. If you did donate, share with me on the chat if you did donate. That will mean the absolute world. And then challenge someone else to donate to match your price. Awesome. I'm looking at. I'm hearing someone's recording. I sound terrible. Oh, oh my God, I really sound that bad. I used to think I was a really talented musician, well, more singer in particular. Oh my God. Ah, love it. Love to see it. This is the 10-minute intermission portion of this scheduled broadcast. This is the 10-minute intermission. Act 1 is done. We got through it together, y'all. I'm so excited. You know, I should have shaved like all this and gone for like the Lin-Manuel goatee. Damn it. Opportunity missed. I'm going to shut up now so I can preserve my voice. You know, I was going to trick y'all and sing Harry Styles' Fine Line, but maybe another time. That is a 1 water bottle. We are going to be back in 5 minutes. Back in 5 minutes. All right, I'm going to head over to the bathroom. This stream is going to keep on going, but this is the 5-minute intermission portion. The 5-minute intermission portion. We are going to be back at 1:30 because it's an hour and a half. We're going to be back at 8:30. Thank you, 8:30. All right, just came back from the bathroom, got me another water bottle. Thank you for tuning in to this live broadcast of my one-person show of Hamilton. I would say one man, but we're a gender-neutral channel here. I want to be inclusive because, I mean, it could be you also doing this one-person show. You could be, yeah, I mean, it could be you watching. Saying this to the 6 people watching. Hey, but you know what? I'm still glad that there are people here tuning in. That means a lot. I'm just saying, if Lin-Manuel sees this, I'm going to freak out. We got a good second act coming up. It's a very depressing one. And I'm tweeting out if anyone still needs to tune in. Wow. The links are in the chat. I do have a description on the video. The Black Trans Women Fund, the Austin Justice Coalition. Those are 2 campaigns that mean a lot to me. One, it's Pride Month. I'm a very big advocate and member of the LGBTQIA+ community. And so, I mean, when we talk about oppression, especially with the systemic racism in this country, Black trans women are severely affected and severely oppressed. And so donating to this fund would mean the absolute world to me. The Austin Justice Coalition as well is just, I mean, helps out minority communities here in the city of Austin, where I'm live streaming from. So donating to those would mean the absolute world. And I also have a link to educate yourself on the issues going on in this country, just in case if you are not educated on the systemic racism going on that has been established for like the longest time. Educate yourself and then educate others. Because I mean, if we all come together, we can truly make a difference in this moment in history right now. See, I did choir in middle school, elementary, middle school, a little bit of high school. And I really did not listen to my theater teacher or anyone else when it said, don't belt your voice, because I don't know how to do it healthfully. I do not know how to do it healthfully. So you can hear my voice is very raspy. But I mean, yeah, that's why I'm more of the actor director than the musical performer. But you know, when it comes to rapping, like In the Heights or like Hamilton, I'm okay. I'm okay. And I hope you're not. I hope you don't get tone deaf after just listening to me, honestly, because I'm terrible. That's not me being like insecure of myself. That's me being true. All right, so intermission's done. We are going to Act 2. Probably I don't know. There's a lot of good songs in this act, but I just love this whole show in general. All right, 2. Before I get started, I will say, just for context for new viewers coming in, for copyright reasons, I am not going to be playing the music in this video, so I'm listening to it on my end, but I will be performing it as well. If you want to tune in, you definitely can. Tune in, play it on your end. Definitely encourage you to do so if you want to sing along. Okay, now we're going to get started. And we're going to start again for what I missed. 3, 2, 1. 17. 17. 1789. How does the bastard, orphan, immigrant, decorated war vet unite the colonies through more debt, fight the other founding fathers till he has to forfeit, have it all, lose it all? You ready for more yet? Treasury Secretary, Washington's the president, every American experiment sets a precedent. Not so fast. Someone came along to resist him, pissed him off until we had a two-party system. You haven't met him yet. You haven't had the chance because he's kicking ass as the ambassador to France. Because someone got to keep the American promise. You simply must be Thomas. Thomas Jefferson's coming home. 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 Lord, he's been off in Paris for so long. Oh. France is following us to revolution. There is no more status quo. But the sun comes out and the world still spins. I helped Lafayette draft a declaration. Then I said I gotta go. I gotta be in Monticello. Now the work at home begins. So what did I miss? What did I miss? Virginia, my home sweet home, I want to give you a kiss. Mwah. I made a Paris meeting lots of different ladies. I guess I basically missed the late 80s. I got a wide, wide world and came back to this. There's a letter on my desk from the president. Haven't even put my bags down yet. Sally BLM, darling, won't you open it? It says the president's assembly in the cabinet and that I am to be the Secretary of State. Great, and that I'm already Senate approved. I just got home and now I'm headed off to New York. Headed to New York, looking at the rolling fields. I can't believe that we are free. We can face whatever's awaiting me in NYC. But who's waiting for me when I step in place? My friend James Madison, red in the face. grabs my arm and I respond, what's going on? Thomas, we are engaged in a battle for our nation's very soul. Get us out of the mess we're in. Hamilton's new financial plan is nothing less than government control. I've been fighting for the South alone. Where have you been? France. We have to win. What did I miss? What did I miss? I come home to this, head first into a political abyss. Head first into the abyss. I had my first cabinet meeting today. I guess I better think of something to say. I'm already on my way to get to the bottom of this. What did I miss? Mr. Jefferson, welcome home. Mr. Jefferson, Alexander Hamilton, and Mr. Jefferson, welcome home. Mr. Jefferson, welcome home, sir. You've been off in Paris for so long. So what did I miss? Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us in New York City. Are you ready for a cabinet meeting? The issue on the table: Secretary Hamilton's plan to assume state debt and establish a national bank. Secretary Jefferson, you have the floor, sir. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We fought for these ideals. We shouldn't settle for less. These are wise words and surprising men quote them. Don't act surprised, you guys, because I wrote them. But Hamilton forgets his plan would have the government assume state steps. Now place your bets as to who that benefits. The very seat of government where Hamilton says, not true. Oh, if the shoe fits, wear it. If New York's in debt, why should Virginia bear it? Our debt's update, I'm afraid, don't tax us out because we got it made in the shade. In Virginia, we plant seeds in the ground we create. You just want to move our money around. This financial plan is an outrageous demand. It's too many damn pages for any man to understand. Stand with me in the land of the free. Pray to God we never see Hamilton's candidacy. Look, when Britain taxed our tea, we got frisky. Imagine what could happen when you try to tax our whiskey. Thank you, Secretary Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton, your response. Thomas, that was a real nice declaration. Welcome to the present. We're running a real nation. Would you like to join us or stay mellow doing whatever the hell it is you're doing, Monticello? If we assume the debt, the union gets a new line of credit, a financial diuretic. How do you not get it? If we're aggressive and competitive, the union gets a boost. You'd rather give it a sedative? A civics lesson from a slave, a hey neighbor. Your debts are paid because you don't pay for labor. We plant cells and cells we create, yet keep ranting. We know who's really doing the planting. On another thing, Mr. Age of Enlightenment, don't lecture me about the war. You didn't fight in. You think I'm fighting you, man? We almost died in the trench, or you're off getting high with the French. Thomas Jefferson, I was hesitant with the reticent. There isn't a plan he doesn't jettison. Madison, you're mad as a hatter, so take your medicine. Damn, you're in worse shape than a national denizen, sitting there useless as two shits. Hey, turn around, bend over. I'll show you where my shoe fits. Excuse me. Madison, Jefferson, take a walk. Hamilton, take a walk. We'll reconvene after a brief recess. Hamilton, sir, a word. You don't have the votes. You don't have the votes. Ha 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 ha. You got any congressional approval and you don't have the votes. Such a blunder sometimes. It makes me wonder why I even bring the thunder. Why he even brings the thunder. You want to pull yourself together? I'm sorry, these Virginians are birds of a feather. Young man, I'm from Virginia, so watch your mouth. So we let Congress get held hostage by the South. You need the votes. No, we need bold strokes. We need this plan. No, you need to convince more folks. Well, James Madison won't talk to me. That's a non-starter. Winning was easy, young man. Governing's harder. Then being intransigent, you have to find a compromise. But they don't have a plan. They just hate mine. Convince them otherwise. It happens if I don't get congressional approval. Imagine they'll call for your removal. Sir, figure it out, Alexander. That's an order from your commander. Un, deux, trois, quatre, six, sept, huit, neuf. Good. Underquarter, Sinduquatina, set enough, set enough, set we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My dearest Angelica, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps from this petty pace and day to day. I trust you'll understand the reference to another Scottish tragedy without having a name to play. They think me Macbeth. Ambition is my folly. I'm a polymath, the pain in the ass, massive pain. Madison is Banquo, Jefferson's Macduff, and Burnham Wood is Congress on its way to Dunedin. And there you are, notion away. You have to live an ocean away. Thoughts of you subside and get another letter. I cannot put the notion away. Take a break. I am on my way. There's a little surprise before supper, and I cannot wait. I'll be there in a minute. Save my plate. Alexander, okay. Your son is 9 years old today. He had something he'd like to say. He's been practicing all day. Philip, take it away. Daddy, look. My name is Philip. I am a poet. I wrote this poem just to show him. And I just turned 9. You can write rhymes, but you can't write mine. What? I'm practicing the piano with my mother. I have a sister, but I want a little brother. Okay, my dad is trying to stop Marcus Bank. Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, bravo. Take a break. Hey, our kid is pretty great. Run away with us for the summer. Let's go upstate. Eliza, got so much on my plate. You all go stay with my father. There's a lake on, I know, in a nearby park I like to go. You and I can go when the night gets dark. I will try to get away. My dearest Alexander, you must get through to Jefferson. Sit down with them and compromise. Don't stop till you agree. Your favorite older sister, Angelica, reminds you there's someone in your corner all the way across the sea. And the letter I received to you a few weeks ago, I noticed a comma in the middle of a phrase. It changed the meaning. Did you intend this? One stroke and you've consumed my waking days. And it says, my dearest Angelica, with a comma after dearest, in my dearest Angelica. Anyway, all this to say, I'm coming home this summer at my sister's invitation. I'll be there with your family if you make your way upstate. I know you're very busy. I know your work's important, but I'm crossing the ocean and I just can't wait. You won't be an ocean away. You'll only be a moment away. Alexander, come downstairs. Angelica's arriving today. Angelica, Eliza, and Peggy, the Schuyler sisters. Alexander, hi. It's good to see your face. Angelica, tell this man John Adams spends the summer with his family. Angelica, tell my wife John Adams doesn't have a real job anyway. I'm not joining us. Wait, I'm afraid I cannot join you upstate. Alexander, I came all this way, take a break. You know I have to get my plan through Congress. Went away with us for the summer. Let's go upstate. I lose my job if I don't get this plan through Congress. We can all go stay with my father. There's a lake on, I don't want to miss your face. In a nearby park, screw your courage to the sinking place. You and I can go. Liza's right, take a break and get it away. Run away with us for the summer. Let's go upstate where we can stay. I'll go stay with my father. Take your look around. You how lucky we are to be alive right now. Rise and dream when the night gets dark. Take a break. I got to get my plan through Congress. I can't stop till I get this plan through Congress. Viviana, I'm glad you came in for Take a Break. This is where the fun begins. There's nothing like summer in the city. Someone under stress meets someone looking pretty. There's trouble in the air, you can smell it. and Alexander is by himself. I haven't telling. I haven't slept in a week. I was weak. I was awake. You haven't seen a bastard orphan more in need of a break. Longing for Angelica, missing my wife. That's when Miss Mariah Reynolds walked into my life. She said, I know you're a man of honor. I'm so sorry to bother you at home, but I don't know where to go, and I can't be here all alone. She said, my husband's doing me wrong, beating me, cheating me, mistreating me. Suddenly he's up and gone. I don't have the means to go. So I offered her a loan. I offered to walk her home. She said, you're too kind, sir. I gave $30. I had sucked away. She looked the blacked away. She said, this one's mine, sir. I said, well, I should have back home. She turned red, led me to her bed, let her legs spread and said, stay. Hey, hey. That's when I began to pray to the Lord, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this, but God, she looks so helpless. And her body screaming, hell yes. Whoa, no, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this. In my mind, I'm trying to go. When in my mind, and to not say no. Say no to this. Say no to this. Say no to this. Say no to this. Well, I just say that was the last time. I said that last time. It became a pastime. A month into this endeavor, I received a letter from a Mr. James Reynolds. Even better, it said, dear sir, I hope this letter finds you in good health and in a prosperous enough position to put wealth in the pockets of people like me down on their luck. You see, that was my wife who decided to you made the wrong sucker a cuckold. So time to pay the piper for the pants you unbuckled. And hey, you can keep seeing my whore wife if the price is right. If not, I'm telling your wife. I hit the letter and I raced to her place, screamed, how could you, in her face? She said, no, sir. I just apologetic. The best you look pathetic, she cried. Please don't go, sir. So this whole story was a set. I don't know about any letter. Start crying, goddamn it, get up. I didn't know anybody. I am rude. Please don't leave me with him helpless. How can I do this? Just give him what he wants and you can help me. I don't want you. What do you want? Yeah, you pay. You can stay, Lord, show me how to say no to this. I don't know how to say no to this, because the situation's helpless, and the body screaming, hell yes. Whoa, no, show me how to say no to this. How can I say no to this? Nowhere I can go. And her body's not mine. I do not say no, yes. Say no to this, no, yes. Say no to this, no, yes. Say yes. Stay. Say no to this. I don't say no to this. There is nowhere I can go. Go. So, nobody needs to know. Ah, Mr. Secretary, Mr. Burr, sir, did you hear the news about good old General Mercer? Now, you know Claremont Street. Yeah, they were named it after him. The Mercer legacy is secure. Sure. And all you have to do is that. Now, that's a lot less work. We ought to give it a try. How are you going to get your debt plan through? I guess I'm finally going to have to listen to you. Talk less. Smile more. Do whatever it takes to get my plan on the Congress floor. But Madison and Jefferson are merciless. Well, hate the sinner, love the sinner. Hamilton, I'm sorry, Burr, I gotta go, but decisions are happening over dinner. But two Virginians and an immigrant walk into a room diametrically opposed. Foes. They emerge with a compromise, having opened doors that were previously closed. Bro, the immigrant emerges with unprecedented financial power, a system he can shape however he wants, and eventually emerge with the nation's capital. But here's the pièce de résistance. No one else is in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. And no one else is in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. Nobody knows how the game is played, the art of the trade, how the sausage is made. We just assume that it happened. No one else is in the room where it happens. Bum, 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 bum. Thomas claims Alexander was on Washington's doorstep one day in distress and disarray. Thomas claims Alexander said, "I have nowhere else to turn," and basically begged me to join the fray. Thomas claims I approached Madison and said, "I know you hate him, but let's hear what he has to say." Thomas claims, "Well, I arranged the meeting. I arranged the menu, the venue, the seating, but no one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else is in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. Nobody knows how the party goes. Yes, the pieces that are sacrificed and never get a chase. We just assume that it happened. But no one else is in the room where it happens." Meanwhile, Madison is rapping with the fact that not every issue can be settled like a meeting. Meanwhile, Madison is fighting over where to put the capital, Rhode Island. It isn't pretty. Then Jefferson approaches with the dinner and invite, and Madison responds with Virginian insight. Maybe we could solve one problem with another and win the victory for the Southerners. In other words, oh ho, quid pro, I suppose. Wouldn't you like to work a little closer to him? Actually, I would. Well, I propose a Potomac. You provide him his votes. Well, we'll see where it goes. Let's go. No. What else is in the room where it happened? The room where it happened. The room where it happened. No one else is in the room where it happened. The room where it happened. The room where it happened. And my God, in God we trust. We never nearly know. God got discussed. Click, boom, and it happened. But no one else is in the room where it happened. Alexander Hamilton. What did they say to you to get you to sail New York City down the river? Alexander Hamilton. Did Washington know about the dinner? Was there presidential pressure to deliver? Alexander. But you didn't know that it doesn't even matter where you put the new U.S. Capitol, because we'll have the banks right in the same spot. You got more than what you gave. And I wanted what I got. When you got skin in the game, you stay in the game. But you don't get a win unless you play in the game. Oh, you get love for it. You get hate for it. You get nothing if you wait for it. God help and forgive me. I want to build something that's going to outlive me. What do you want, Burr? What do you want, Burr? If you stand for nothing, Burr, what do you fall for? I want to be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I want to be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room. Oh, I got to be in the room. Gotta be alone. Out of the compromise. Hold your nose and close your eyes. On the deal and to save the day. We're gonna say what to trade away. We dream of a brand new start, but we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark as the tomb where it happened. I got to be in the room. I got to be in the room where it happens. I gotta be in the room. Click, boom. That calls for a break. Ooh, I'm taking a water break. Cinder, I'm glad that is your favorite song. It's one of my favorites too. Viviana. So I'm not playing any instrumentals just for copyright purposes. Just to clarify on that, I'm not playing instrumentals just for copyright purposes. I'm just y'all just hearing me very raw. And my voice is starting. I'm feeling the effect. But I do this all the time whenever I drive back home. It's a 5-hour drive for me back home from Austin to Edinburgh. So I do this. Donate to the Black Trans Women Fund and the Austin Justice Coalition. Sarah Vargas, I love you too. Thank you for tuning in. Nancy, thank you so much. For the folks that are watching this, that and not in the live stream, I am commenting on the people who are commenting on the live chat. Yeah, Black Trans Women Fund, Awesome Justice Coalition. I mean, we're in a very pivotal moment in history, and it's important that you educate yourselves and use your platform and your privileges to elevate the voices of the Black community during this time. It's very important. Oh, I don't think it was my voice is going to be ready for these next. Let's see, it's Skylar defeated, Cabinet Battle 2, Washington on your side one last time. Yeah, these are going to be good. These are powerful ones. I apologize for my rapping, my singing if it's terrible, if it's not what you expected. It be like that. And so I'm actually going to extend this break a little bit. I've drank too much water, and so I will be right back really, really quickly, and then we'll get back to our regularly scheduled program. And I hate that I'm saying that as soon as I get an extra viewer, but I will be right back. I promise. We're back. All right. I drank too much water. Right before this and then during. All right, let's get back to it, team. Skylar defeated in 3, 2, 1. Look, Grandpa's in the paper. Local Philip Schuyler loses Senate seat to young upstart Aaron Burr. Grandpa just lost a seat in the Senate. Sometimes that's how it goes. Daddy's gonna find out in a minute. I'm sure he already knows. Further down, let's meet the newest senator from New York, our Senator Burr. Since when are you a Democratic Republican? Since being one put me on the up and again, no one knows who you are or what you do. They don't need to know me. They don't like you. Excuse me, all Wall Street thinks you're great. You'll always be adored by the things you create, but upstate, people think you're crooked. Style seat was up for grabs, so I took it. Always considered you a friend. I don't see why that has to end. You changed parties to run against my father-in-law. I changed parties to seize the opportunity I saw. I swear, your pride will be the death of us all. Beware. The issue on the table. France is on the verge of war with England. Now, do we provide aid and troops to our French allies, or do we stay out of it? Remember, my decision on this matter is not subject to congressional approval. The only person you have to convince is me, Secretary Jefferson. You have the floor, sir. When we are on death's door, when we are needy, we made a promise. We signed a treaty. We needed money and guns and half a chance. Who provided those funds? Friends. Your friend, we didn't ask for land. Only a promise that we lend in their hand and stand with them if they fought against presses and revolution is necessary. That now is the time to stand. Stand with our brothers as they fight against tyranny. I know that Alexander Hamilton is here, and he would rather not have this debate. I'll remind you that he is not Secretary of State. He knows nothing of loyalty. Nothing. Sounds like new money, just as like fake royalty, desperate to rise above his station. Everything he does betrays the ideals of our nation. Hey, and if you don't know, now you know, Mr. President. Thank you, Secretary Jefferson. Secretary Hamilton, your response. You must be out of your goddamn mind if you think the president is going to bring the nation to the brink and meddling in the military mess, a game of chess where France is king and queenless. We signed a treaty with the king whose head's now in a basket. Would you like to take it out and ask it? Should we charter a treaty King Louis had? Do whatever you want. I'm super dead. Enough. Hamilton is right. Mr. President, we're too fragile to start another fight. Sir, do not fight for freedom. Sure, when the French figure out who's going to lead them, the people are leading, the people are writing. There's a difference. And Franklin's a little misquieting. We'd like ideals blinded to reality. Hamilton, sir, drop the statement of neutrality. Did you forget Lafayette? What? Have you an ounce of regret? You accumulate power. In the hour of need, you forget. Lafayette's a smart man. He'll be fine. And before he was your friend, he was mine. If we try to fight in every revolution in the world, we never stop. Where did we draw the line? So quick-witted. Alas, I admit it. I bet you were quite a lawyer. My defendants got acquitted. Yeah. Well, someone ought to remind you. What? You're nothing without Washington behind you. Hamilton. Daddy's calling. It must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. Every action has its equal opposite reaction. Thanks to Hamilton, our cabinet's fractured in the faction. Try not to crack under the stress or breaking down like fractions. We smack each other in the press and we don't print retractions. I get no satisfaction witnessing his fits passion. The way he prints and preens his dresses like the pits of fashion. Our poor citizens, our farmers live in ration to ration. As Wall Street robs them blind in search of chips to cash in. This prick is asking for someone to bring in the task. Someone give him some dirt and mask so we can last them ask him. I'll pull the trigger on if someone load the gun and cock it. While we were all watching, he got Washington in his pocket. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. Look, I got the Bill of Rights, which I wrote. The ink hasn't dried. It must be nice to have Washington on your so he's doubled the size of the government. Wasn't the trouble much of our previous government size? Look at his size. See how he lies. Follow the sense of his enterprise, centralizing national credit and making American credit competitive. If we don't stop what we ate and abetted, I have to resign. Somebody has to stand up for the South. Somebody has to stand up for his mouth. You can't put it up in the entire house and put up inside the house. I'm in the cabinet. I ain't complicit in Washington grabbing that power and kissing it. Washington ain't gonna listen to this and this and this is the difference. This kid is out. This immigrant isn't somebody we chose. Oh, this immigrant's keeping us all on our toes. Oh, there's all these fellows who they're up against. Southern motherfucking Democratic Republicans. Oh, let's follow the money and see where it goes. Because every second the treasury goes. Oh, we'll follow the money where it leads. Get in the weeds, look for the seeds of Hamilton's misdeeds. It must be nice. It must be nice. Follow the money and see where it goes. It must be nice. It must be nice. The emperor has no clothes. We won't be invisible. We won't be denied. Still, it must be nice. It must be nice to have Washington on your side. Mr. President, yes, to see me. I know you're busy. You need, sir. Sir, I want to give you a word of warning. Sir, I don't know what you heard, but whatever it is, Jefferson started it. Thomas Jefferson resigned this morning. You're kidding. I need a favor, whatever you say, sir. Jefferson will pay for his beef. Shh, talk less. Suit him. You'll see what I can do to him. I need you to draft an address. Yes, he resigned. You can finally speak your mind. No, he's stepping down so he can run for president. Ha! Good luck defeating you, sir. I'm stepping down. I'm not running for president. I'm sorry, what? One last time. Relax, have a drink with me one last time. Let's take a break tonight and then we'll teach them how to say goodbye. Say goodbye, you and I. And there's why I want to talk about neutrality. Sir, with Britain and France on the verge of war, is this the best? I want to warn against partisan fighting, but pick up a pen, start writing. I want to talk about what I have learned, the hard-won wisdom that I have earned. As far as the people are concerned, you have to serve. You could continue to serve. No, one last time. The people will hear from me one last time. And if we get this right, we're going to teach them how to say goodbye. You and I. Mr. President, they will say you're weak. No, they will see we're strong. Your position is so unique, so I use it to move them along. But why do you have to say goodbye? If I say goodbye, the nation learns to move on. It lives me when I'm gone. Like the scripture says, everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree, and no one shall make them afraid. We'll be safe in the nation we've made. I want to sit under my own vine and fig tree, a moment alone in the shade, at home in this nation we've made. Last time, one last time. Though, in reviewing the incidents of my administration, I am unconscious of potential error. I am nevertheless too sensible of my defects not to think it probable that I may have considered many errors. I shall all carry with me the hope that the country will view them with indulgence. That after 45 years of my life dedicated to its service, with an upright zeal, the faults of incompetent abilities can consign to oblivion, as I myself will soon be, his actions with rest. I anticipate with pleasing expectation in a retreat, at which I promise myself to realize the sweet enjoyment of partaking in the midst of my fellow citizens, in the benign influence of the good laws under our free government, the ever favorite object of my heart, and the happy reward as I just of our mutual cares, labors, and dangers. One last time, George Washington's going home. Teach them how to say goodbye. George Washington's going. You and I going home. I'm going home. Home. History has its eyes on you, yeah. We're gonna teach them how to say goodbye. Teach them how to say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. One last time. I'm home. Break time. Oh my goodness. That's a powerful one. I sound terrible when I belt. That's a break time right there, right? For people who are new to this, I'm performing a one-person show of Hamilton to spread awareness for the Black Lives Matter movement. Also encourage the donations for the Black Trans Women Fund and the Austin Justice Coalition, as well as the further education of yourself, if you don't have any, on how to be an ally for the Black Lives Matter movement, and educate yourself on the systemic racism going on in this country. That is why I'm doing this live stream, performing a one-person show of Hamilton. This strains my voice, but you know what? I am proud to do it, and I wanted to spread awareness in any way that I could, and this is how I wanted to do it. I mean, Hamilton is a musical that I love. Ooh. All right. I got a Facebook message. Hey, this is just a little brief break. All right. My voice is feeling it right now. Thank you for the 4 people that are staying live on this. Excuse me. All right. Are we ready? All right. I think we're ready. All right. I think this is going to be a little bit lengthier part. And I think we're going to take a break after it's quiet uptown. Yes. We'll take a break after that. So it's going to be big. All right. Excuse my singing voice. They say George Washington's yielding his power and stepping away. Is that true? I wasn't aware that was something a person could do. I'm perplexed. Are they going to keep on replacing whoever's in charge? If so, who's next? There's nobody else in their country who looms quite as large. Psst, 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 psst. John Adams. I know him. That can't be. That's that little guy who spoke to me all those years ago. What was it? 85? That poor man, they're going to eat him alive. Oceans rise, empires fall. It's much Washington, they all look small, all alone. Watch them run. They will tear each other into pieces. Jesus Christ, this will be fun. Da 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 da. President John Adams. Good luck. Bum, bum. How does Hamilton, the short-tempered protean, creator of the Coast Guard, founder of the New York Post, ardently abuse his cabinet post, destroy his reputation? Welcome, folks, to the Adams administration. Jefferson's the runner-up, which makes him the vice president. Washington cannot help you no more, Mr. Nice President, and fires Hamilton, privately calls him Creole bastard in his taunts. Hamilton publishes his response. Sit down, John, you fat mother. Hamilton's out of control. This is great. He's out of power. He holds no office. They just destroyed President John Adams, the only other significant member of his party. Hamilton is a host unto himself. As long as he holds a pen, he's a threat. Let's let him know what we know. Mr. Vice President, Mr. Madison, Senator Burr, what is this? We have the check stubs from separate accounts, almost $1,000 paid in different amounts to a Mr. James Reynolds way back in 1791. Is that what you heard? Are you done? You are uniquely situated by virtue of your position, though virtue is not a word applied to situation, to seek financial gain from your forsaken nation. As evidence success, you engage in speculation, an immigrant embezzling a government fund. I can almost see the headline, your career is done. I hope you save some money for your daughter and son. You best go back where you come from. Ha! You don't even know what you're asking me to confess. Confess. You don't have nothing. I don't have to tell you anything at all. Unless, if I can prove that I never broke the law, do you promise not to tell another soul what you saw? No one else is in the room where it happened. Is that a yes? Yes. Dear sir, I hope this letter finds you in good health and in a prosperous enough position to put wealth in the pockets of people like me down on the luck. You see, that was my wife. You decided to. Why? She courted me, escorted me to bed, and when she had me in her corner, that's when Reynolds extorted me for a sordid fee. I paid him quarterly. I may have mortally wounded my prospects, but my papers are orderly. As you can see, I kept a record of every check in my checking history. Check it again against your list and see consistency. I never spent a cent. It wasn't mine. I sent these dogs at my cent. That's fine. Yes, I have reason for shame, but I have not committed treason and sullied my good name. As you can see, I have done nothing to provoke legal action. On my answers to your satisfaction. My God. Gentlemen, let's go. So, the people won't know what we know. Burr, how do you know you won't use this against me the next time we go toe to toe? Xander, rumors only grow, and we both know what we know. No. Boom, 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 boom. In the eye of a hurricane, there is quiet for just a moment. The yellow sky. When I was 17, a hurricane destroyed my town. I didn't drown. I couldn't seem to die. I wrote my way out. I wrote everything from far as I can see. I wrote my way out. Looked up at the town, had its eyes on me. They plastered plate around, and total strangers moved to kindness by my story. Raised enough for me, booked passage on a ship that was New York bound. I wrote my way to hell. I wrote my way to revolution. I was louder than the crack of the bell. I wrote Eliza love letters until she fell. I wrote about the Constitution and defended it well. And in the face of ignorance and resistance, I wrote financial systems into existence. And what my prayers to God were met with indifference, I picked up a pen. I wrote my own deliverance. In the eye of a hurricane, there is quiet for just a moment. The yellow sky. I was 12 when my mother died. She was holding me. She was sick and she was holding me. I couldn't seem to die. Wait for it, wait for it, wait. I'll write my way out, wait for it, write everything down far as I can see. Wait for it. History has its eyes. I'll write my way out on you. I want them with honesty. This is the eye of the hurricane. This is the only way I can protect my legacy. Wait. The Reynolds pamphlet. The Reynolds pamphlet. Have you heard this? Alexander Hamilton had a torrid affair, and he wrote it down right there. Highlights. The charge against me is a connection to one James Reynolds for the purpose of improper speculation. A real crime was an amorous connection with his wife for considerable time with his knowing consent. Damn! I frequent meeting with her. Most of them in my own house, at his own house. Damn. Hamilton with my children being absent on a visit with their father. No. Boo, have you read as well? You're never gonna be president now, never gonna be president. You're never gonna be president now, never gonna be president now, never gonna be president now. That's one less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about. I came as soon as I heard. Angelica, all the way from London. Damn. Angelica, thank God someone who understands what I'm struggling here to do. I'm not here for you. Ooh, I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. I love my sister more than anything in this life. I will choose her happiness over mine every time. Put what we had aside. I'm standing by her side. You can never be satisfied. God, I hope you're satisfied. You're never gonna be president. No, never gonna be president. Now, never gonna be president. Now, never gonna be president. Never gonna be president. Now, never gonna be president. That's one less thing to worry about. That's one less thing to worry about. Hey. At least he was honest with our money. Only never gonna be president. Hey, at least he was honest with our money. That's one less thing to worry about. It was pamphlet. Don't know. Read this. You ever seen somebody ruin their own life? His poor wife. I saved every letter you wrote me. For the moment I read them, I knew you were mine. You said you were mine. I thought you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when we saw your first letter arrive? She said, "Be careful with that one, love. He will do what it takes to survive. You and your words have flooded my senses. Your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces. Our paragraph, you built cathedrals. I'm reading the letters you wrote me. I'm searching, I'm scanning for answers in every line for some kind of sign. And when you were mine, the world seemed to burn, burn. You published the letters she wrote you. You told them how you brought this girl into our bed, and clearing your name, you've ruined our lives. Do you know what Angelica said when she read what you've done? She said, "You've married an Icarus. He has flown too close to the sun. You and your words obsessed with your legacy. Your sentences border on senseless, and you are paranoid in every paragraph how they perceive you. I'm erasing myself from the narrative. Future historians wonder how Eliza reacted when you broke her heart. You've torn it all apart. I'm watching it burn. Watching it burn. The world has no right to my heart. The world has no place in our bed. They don't get to know what I said. I'm burning the memories, burning the letters that I have redeemed you. You forfeit all rights to my heart. You forfeit the place in our bed. You'll sleep in your office instead with only the memories of when you were mine. I hope that you burn. That's always a sad song. Meet the latest graduate of King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but I got amazed and astonished. The scholars say I got the same virtuosity and brains as my pops. The lady says my brain's not where the resemblance stops. I'm only 19, but my mind is older. Gotta be my own man like my father, but bolder. I'll shoulder his legacy with pride, but see him say that someday I will blow a solo. Ladies, I'm looking for Mr. George Eaker. Speech last week, the fourth to last speaker. He disparaged my father's legacy in front of a crowd. I can't have that. I'm making my father proud. I'm just up Broadway a couple of blocks. He was going to see a play. Well, I'll go visit his box. God, you're a fox. No good fitting your frocks. How about we all get back? We all strip down to our socks. You'll us all away. George, I'm trying to watch the show. Should have watched father before you talked about my father, though. I didn't say anything that was true. Your father is a scoundrel, so it seems you. Ooh, is that like that? Yeah, I don't fool around. I'm not your little schoolboy friends. You on the dueling ground. That last you want to step outside and go now. I know where to find you. Piss off. I'm watching the show now. I can't whistle. Pops, you've only heard the shit that he said about you. I'm not. You ought to let it slide, and I was not obliged to slow down. Can pass you for advice. This is my very first duel. They don't exactly cover the subject in boarding school. Did you and friends attempt to negotiate a peace? He refused to apologize. We have to let the peace talk cease. Where's this happening? Across the river in Jersey. Everything is legal in New Jersey. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. Feeling like a man until Eaker is in front of you. When the time comes, fire your gun in the air. This will put an end to the whole affair. He decides to shoot that I'm a goner. No, he'll follow suit if he's truly a man of honor. To take someone's life, that is something you can't shake. Philip, you can't take another heartbreak. Father, promise me. I don't want this young man's blood on your conscience. Okay, I promise. Come back home when you're done. Take my guns. Be smart. Make me proud, son. My name is Philip. I am a poet. And I'm a little nervous, but I can't show it. I'm sorry, I'm a Hamilton of pride. You talk about my father, I cannot let it slide. Mr. Eager, how was the rest of your plan? I must have skipped the pleasantries. Let's go. Grab your pistol. Confer with your men. The duel will commence after we count to 10. Count to 10. Look him in the eye, aim no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then slowly you aim your pistol to the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stay alive. Stay. Where's my son, Mr. Hamilton? Come in. They brought him in a half hour ago. He lost a lot of blood on the way over. Yes, but he has to understand the bullet is just above his head, lodged him in his right arm. Can I please? I'm trying everything I can, but the wound was already affected when he arrived. Philip. Pa. I did exactly as you said, Pa. I held my head up high. I know. I know you did everything just right. Even before they got to 10, I was aiming for the sky. I know. I was aiming for the sky. You know, save your strength and stay alive. Elias, is he breathing? Is he going to survive this? Who did this? Alexander, dude, you know? Mom, I'm so sorry for forgetting what you done, my son. We play piano, do piano. You would put your hands on mine. You change the melody every time. I would always change the line. I know. Always change the line. I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. 7, 8. Oh shit, this is where I cry. And there are moments that the words don't reach. There is suffering too terrible to name. You hold your child as tight as you can. and push away the unimaginable. The moments when you're in so deep, feels easier to just swim down. The Hamiltons move uptown and live with the unimaginable. I spend hours in the garden. I walk alone to the store, and it's quiet uptown. I never liked the quiet before. I take the children to church on Sunday, sign of the cross at the door, and I pray. That never used to happen before. If you see him in the street, walking by himself, talking to himself, have pity, feel up to you like it uptown. It's quiet uptown. He's trying to live with you, unimaginable. His hair is gone gray. He passes every day. He walks the length of the city. You knock me out, I fall apart. Can you imagine? Look at where we are. Look at where we started. I know I don't deserve you, Eliza, but hear me out. That would be enough. If I could spare his life, if I could trade his life for mine, he'd be standing here right now, and you would smile, and that would be enough. I don't pretend to know the challenges you're facing. No replacing what we've lost, and you need time. But I'm not afraid. I know who I married. Just let me stand here by your side. That would be enough. If you see them in the street, walking by their side, talking by your side, have pity. Eliza, do you like it uptown? It's quiet uptown. They're just trying to do the unimaginable. See them walking in the park, long after dark, taking in the side of the city. Look around, Eliza. They're trying to do the unimaginable. There are moments in the words don't reach. There's a grace too powerful to name. We push away the we never understand. We push away the unimaginable. They are standing in the garden. Alexander by Eliza's side. She takes his hand. It's quiet uptown. Forgiveness. Can you imagine forgiveness? Can you imagine if you see him in the street, walking by your side, talking by your side, have pity. They're going through the unimaginable. Fuck, that's always a sad song. All right, just for my sake, I am going to take a vocal break. I have also drinking too much of this water. I need to go to the bathroom. But before I go, thank y'all so much for tuning in, jumping on and off, or if you're watching this after it's recorded live, just for watching the whole thing. I mean, it's really funny just me talking about this previous song, and I mean, really, it's sad. I mean, what's everything going on, and I know the privileges that I have as a white passing Mexican American male, and I just really want to use this platform to make the voices of the Black community heard during this time right now, and to keep further educating myself and challenging myself to understanding the systemic racism going on in this country. And I mean, I encourage you do the same as well. I mean, right now it's like we're in a really important time where we do need change in the systemic, racist country that we're in right now. And it starts with you. It starts with us. And donate. And this is the one last time I'm going to ask before we finish the video. The Black Women Trans Fund, please donate whatever you can. Austin Justice Coalition. And then if there's a bail fund near you, donate to them. And then keep educating yourself on, just everything going on right now. There's all these things that I mentioned. There's links, various links to them in the description. I really need to go to the bathroom. So I am going to do that. I'm going to take a little vocal break for myself. But then after this, we are going to finish the musical and then we'll be done. And I thank y'all for tuning in. Just hang on tight. Take a break, as they say. We are back. We are back. And thank you once again for staying on this recording. We're at 2.5 hours, but I'm going to try and get it under 3. We're at 18 likes right now. I'm hoping there's a couple more folks that come in at the last minute and able to put in that extra 2 likes. We're going to try to aim for 20. But whatever. Just getting this amount of likes and amount of views, people popping in and out, is really, really, really surreal. So thank you for your support. This is the last break. We're going to power through to the end. I think I'm going to be a teacher, and these kids are, if these kids find this video, I'm not going to hear the end of it. Bum, bum. The election of 1800. Can we get back to politics, please? Yo, every action has its equal opposite reaction. John Adams shot the bed. I love the guy, but he's in traction. Poor Alexander Hamilton, he's missing action. So now I'm facing Aaron Burr with his own faction. He's very attractive in the North. New Yorkers like his chances. He's not very forthcoming on any particular stances. Ask him a question that glances off you dances. Yeah, I'm Franco Foul. At least I know where France is. The problem, see, Sarah Burr is a less extreme you. You need to change course. A key endorsement, right? Redeem you. Who did you have in mind? Don't laugh. Who is it? You used to work on the same staff. What? It might be nice. It might be nice to get Hamilton on your side. It might be nice. It might be nice to get Hamilton on your side. Talk less, Burr. Smile more, Burr. Don't let them know what you're against or what you're for. Shake hands with him. Charm her. It's 1800, ladies. Tell your husbands, vote for Burr. I don't like Adams. Well, he's gonna lose. That's just defeatist. And Jefferson, I love France. Yeah, he's so elitist. I like that Aaron Burr. I can't believe we're here with him. He seems approachable, like you can grab a beer with him. Dear Mr. Hamilton, your fellow Federalists will like to know how you'll be voting. It's quiet up to dear Mr. Hamilton. John Adams doesn't stand a chance, so who are you promoting? It's quiet up. Jefferson or Burr, Jefferson or Burr. We know it's lose. Jefferson or Burr, Jefferson or Burr. But if you had to choose, dear Mr. Hamilton Burr, John Adams doesn't stand a chance. So who are you promoting? But if you had to choose, well, if it isn't Aaron Burr, sir, Alexander, you created quite a stir, sir. I'm going door to door. You're openly campaigning. Sure, that's new. Honestly, it's kind of draining. Burr, sir. Is there anything you wouldn't do? No, I'm chasing what I wanted. And you know what? I learned that from you. If you had to choose, it's a tie. If you had to choose, it's up to the delegates. If you had to choose, it's up to Hamilton. Jefferson or Bird, Jefferson or Bird, choose, choose. Yo! The people are asking to hear my voice. The country is facing a difficult choice. If you were to ask me who I promote, Jefferson has my vote. Bro, never give the Jefferson once. We have fought on like 75 different fronts. But when all is said and all is done, Jefferson has beliefs. Burr has none. Ooh, well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. Hamilton's on your side. Well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be damned. And you won in a landslide. Congrats on a race well run. I did give you a fight. Uh-huh. I look forward to our partnership as your vice president. Yeah, right. Do you hear this guy? Man openly campaigns against me, and he talks about I look forward to our partnership. It's crazy that the guy who comes in second gets to be the vice president. Ooh, you know what? We can change that. You know why? Why? Because I'm the president. Brr. When you see Hamilton, thank him for the endorsement. How does Hamilton, an arrogant immigrant, orphan, bastard, whore son, somehow endorse Thomas Jefferson, his enemy, a man he's despised since the beginning, just to keep me from winning? I want to be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. You kept me from the room where it happens for the last time. Dear Alexander, I am slow to anger, but I toe the line as I reckon with the effects of your life on mine. I look back and where I failed, and in every place I checked, the only common thread has been your disrespect. You've called me immoral, a dangerous disgrace. If you've got something to say, name a time and place, face to face. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, a dapper Mr. Vice President. I'm not the reason you don't trust you. No one knows what you believe. I will not equivocate on my opinion. I have always worn it on my sleeve. Even if I said what you think I said, you would need a cite of more specific agreements. Here's an itemized list of 30 years of disagreements. Sweet Jesus. Hey, I have not been shy. I'm just a guy in the public eye trying to do my best for our republic. I don't want to fight, but I want to apologize for doing what's right. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, Abraham. Careful how you proceed, good man. Intemperate indeed, good man. Answer for the accusations that lay at your feet, or prepare to plead, good man. Burr, your grievance is legitimate. I stand by what I said, every bit of it. You stand only for yourself. It's what you do. I can't apologize because it's true. Best Dan Alexander. We hawking. Done. Guns drawn. You're on. I have the honor to be your obedient servant, Abraham. All right, so I'm going to take an unexpected break. I'm going to tweet out to folks. Last 3 songs, we're going to power through it. Let's go. Let's see. Let's get that live stream. Let's get that live stream. All right. And 2. All right, let's get this. All right. Tune in for the last 2 songs. Are almost done. All right. See more folks. Okay, I just tweeted out. We got a couple more songs, and then we're done. I want to get as much people in this last part of the musical. All right. I'm gonna wait for more folks to come in. All right, I tweeted it out. We are Last 2 songs. Last 3 songs. Best of Wives, Best of Women. We're done with that. But I'm going to try and get some more folks on here. I'll give it about a minute. Maybe a minute and a half. Last call. Black Trans Women Fund. Austin Justice Coalition. Last call. Tune in. We are almost done. Let's see. I want to see those numbers going. If they don't, I mean, it's late. I understand. I understand. I'm just very curious. We got a couple more songs, y'all. We made it this far. Look at us. I mean, who would have thought? I mean, I definitely thought. I had faith that we would stick around for this. I love this musical, and I mean, I'm glad I got to do this just to spread more awareness. I mean, just even having the support, and yeah, I hope you all share this. Yeah, with your friends, your family. Yeah, I hope you share this. But thank you for tuning in. We're gonna wait for the numbers to go up just for a little bit before we wrap up with these last 2 songs. Last 3 songs. Got an extra person coming in. Awesome. I want people to witness this ending, to be there in the finish line with us, you know? All right, do you think if I'll start it, and if they come in, they come in. Alexander, come back to sleep. I have an early meeting out of town. It's still dark outside, I know. I just need to write something. Why do you write like you're running out of time? Shh, come back to bed. That would be enough. I'll be back before you know I'm gone. Come back to sleep. This meeting's at dawn. Well, I'm going back to sleep. Hey, best of wives and best of women. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 10 things you need to know. Number 1, we rode across the Hudson at dawn. My friend William P. Van Ness signed on as my number 2. Hamilton arrived with his crew. Nathaniel Pendleton and a doctor that he knew. Number 3, I watched Hamilton examine the terrain. I wish I could tell you what was happening in his brain. This man has poisoned my political pursuits. Most disputes die and no one shoots. Number 4, Hamilton drew first position, looking to the world like a man on a mission. This is a soldier with a marksman's ability. Doctor turned around so he can have deniability. Now, I didn't know this at the time, but we were in the same spot. His son died. Is that why? 6, examined the son with such rigor. I watched as he methodically figgled with the trigger. 7, confession time. Here's what I got. My fellow soldiers will tell you I'm a terrible shot. Number 8, your last chance to negotiate. Send in your second, see if they can set the record straight. They won't teach you this in your classes, but look it up. Hamilton was wearing his glasses. Why? If not to take deadly aim, it's him or me. The world will never be the same. I only have one thought before the slaughter. This man will not make an orphan of my daughter. Look him in the eye, aim no higher. Summon all the courage you require. Then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 10 places fire. I imagine death so much it feels more like a memory. It's just where it gets me. On my feet, several feet ahead of me. If it's coming, do I run or fire my gun or let it be? There is no beat, no melody. Burr, my first friend, my enemy. Maybe the last face I ever see. If I throw away my shot, is this how you'll remember me? What if this bull is my legacy? Legacy. What is a legacy? It's planting seeds in a garden you never get to see. I wrote some notes at the beginning of a song someone will sing for me. America, you great unfinished symphony you sent for me. You let me make a difference. A place where even orphan immigrants can leave their fingerprints and rise up. I'm running out of time. I'm running out. My time's up. Wise up. Eyes up. I catch a glimpse of the other side. Lawrence leads soldiers' chorus on the other side. My son is on the other side. He's with my mother on the other side. Washington is watching from the other side. Teach me how to say goodbye. Rise up, rise up, rise up, Eliza. My love, take your time. I'll see you on the other side. Raise a glass to freedom. He aims his pistol toward the sky. Wait! I strike him right between his ribs. I walk towards him, but I am ushered away. They roll me back across the Hudson. I get a drink. I am wailing in the streets. Somebody tells me you better hide. And they say Angelica and Eliza were both out of sight when he died. Death doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes, and history obliterates every picture it paints. It paints me in all my mistakes. When Alexander aimed at the sky, he may have been the first one to die, but I'm the one who paid for it. I survived and I paid for it. Now I'm the villain in your history. I was too young and blind to see. I should have known. I should have known the world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me. The world was wide enough for both Hamilton and me. Let me tell you what I'd wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control as who dies, who tells your story. President Jefferson, I'll give him this. His financial system is a work of genius, and I couldn't undo it if I tried. And I tried. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? President Madison, he took our country from bankruptcy to prosperity. I hate to admit it, but he doesn't get enough credit for all the credit he gave us. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Every other founding father story gets told. Every other founding father gets to grow old. And when you're gone, who remembers your name? Who keeps your flame? Who tells your story? Who tells your story? Eliza, I put myself back in the narrative. Eliza, stop wasting time on tears. I live another 50 years. It's not enough, Eliza. Interview every soldier who fought by your side. She tells our story. Turn to some sense of your thousands of pages of writing. You really do write like you're running out of time. Rely on Angelica. While she's alive, we tell your story. She's buried in Trinity Church near you. You needed her most, she was right on time. And I'm still not through. I ask myself, what would you do if you had more time? The Lord in his kindness, he gives me what you always wanted. He gives me more time. I raise funds in D.C. for the Washington one. She tells my story. I speak out against slavery. You could have done so much more if you only had time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story? Oh, can I show you what I'm proudest of? The orphanage I established the first private orphanage in New York City. The orphanage. I helped raise hundreds of children. I get to see them growing up. In their eyes, I see you, Alexander. I see you every time. And when my time is up, have I done enough? Will they tell your story? I can't wait to see you again. It's only a matter of time. Will they tell your story time? Who lives, who dies, who tells your story time? Will they tell your story time? Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? And scene. Oh my gosh. We really did that, y'all. Oh my goodness. We sang I did a one-person show. We did a one-person show of Hamilton without any of the music, just the lyrics and the voices. And I mean, I was listening to my own because of copyright, but wow. Wow. We finished it. We did that. Nice. But this is not the achievement. The achievement is spreading the awareness of the Black Lives Matter movement, hoping that y'all contributed your funds and spreading awareness of the Black Trans Women Fund and the Austin Justice Coalition, and that you take the initiative to educate yourself on the systemic racism going on in our country. I know it sounds repetitive. I sound like a broken record, but I did this just so I could spread awareness on this issue going on in our country. This is something that is very important, something I'm very passionate about. And I mean, I've made social media posts, but I wanted to do so much more than social media posts and tweeting out and educating people. Um, I mean, I'm hoping this was something, I mean, so much more that I could do. And if you enjoyed this, let me know. I'll probably do another one again. I was contemplating in the Heights or the Book of Mormon to do this, mostly in the Heights. But let me know if this is something you want me to do again, just to raise more funds for other campaigns and coalitions, mutual aids as well. Like I said, I wanted to do this because I just wanted to spread awareness, and the achievement was not me going through 2.5 hours and y'all putting up with me for 2.5 hours. No, the achievement was hopefully you have made the initiative to educate yourselves further and use your platforms and your privileges to make the voices of the Black community heard. That's what I'm hoping that I achieve through this. And so thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Hook 'em horns, as I like to say. And share this video with your friends and your family. I don't have a big YouTube channel. I mean, but if you want to like and subscribe, I mean, do that too. But yeah, share this with your friends and family, and have a wonderful rest of your evening, because we film this in the evening. And so hope you have a great evening.